Scentland, the land of scent. Hi there, it's Chris. I'm back with another review. Again, I have chosen to do a top 5 review, this time of the top 5 most underrated nighttime fragrances, or the top 5 fragrances for nighttime that I think are somehow out of the spotlight, yet still deserve to be presented to you. I've deliberately not chosen the big names again that I could have, that probably are included in loads of top 10 or top 20 or top 5 or top 3 nighttime fragrance reviews. I deliberately did not include any of those fragrances, even if I have them in my collection, because I wanted to concentrate on 5 players, 5 little hidden treasures that I think deserve some attention, and this is a great opportunity to actually grab your attention if you're curious about these. So I'd like to start up, or get started straight away. There's no particular order really to it, but let's pick number 5 here. Probably this is the most well-known of them all here that are here on my table today. This is Azzaro's Nighttime. Nighttime, it's in my night fragrances. Yes, it could be sort of obvious, yet it made it because it's a bit synthetic, but it has a certain vibe about it. And when I close my eyes, what do I think of? It's a recent release, and you could say I'm a victim of marketing, whatever. But no, if the name would be Nighttime, I would still think about nighttime when I would smell this. I would think of a vampire drinking a glass of Campari, the red aperitif, the Italian red aperitif on rocks or with soda at the bar before seducing his first victim. That's how the fragrance smells like. Mostly I think to the blood around the rhubarb vibe that is going on, which makes it a bit bitter or sour, fruity and juicy. I think it's a good one. I liked it. I totally like it. So it made it into my top 5. Azzaro Night. On number 4, Italian house, Roberto Cavalli. Roberto Cavalli, this fragrance is Greta. It is great because it was a very brave thing to do this fragrance, because it has a great lavender going for it. To me, lavender is the absolute top player in this one. It's a modern lavender, it's a brave take on lavender, and it totally gets the job done. It's really perfect in execution of the lavender. I wouldn't like to dig into the notes, but the overall feel of it is very seductive. It's very it's very sort of mysterious as well. It's difficult to describe this fragrance. It has a special vibe about it, and again, it's very rare. Well, Azzaro wasn't that rare, still in the shelves of fragrance stores, but this is not anymore. This is a seductive Italian lavender, aromatic lavender, which I cannot compare to any other fragrance I have smelled, even though lots of those fragrances have lavender. Not like this. Very special. Roberto Cavalli Black. Number 4. Number 3. Ha! You may be recognizing it. Oh, I'm getting old. Valentino V, Iquitos, right? Famous French actor. Released from 1987. This is something for if you really want to, show, who the player in the room is. This is a very much projecting sillage beast with some very good longevity. It's all about rose, moss, honey. There's even some coconut in there. It's a very exotic mix. Valentino once said about the fragrance that is, the name Iquitos is a city, is named after a city in the Amazonas, which is a seedy, dangerous city, almost like comparable to Marseille in France. And so this is for the dangerous man. This is something that. But if you smell it, it is. It has its some. At this stage, probably in this type or this age that we have, probably some would even call it a bit feminine. But due to the mossy dry down, it's not really. It's just lots of rose, but very dark, deep rose, dark. It's really dark and it's seductive and it's a little bit probably over the edge sometimes. It's not easy to bear. Don't overspray because it can be cloying if it's too much. But it's so special and it's so rare that is actually one of the last bottles that sprayer bottles that are available or are being present in the world. I believe and I know. So this is always a treasure because it's really it's not for a 20-year-old guy, but it's a dangerous juice, I can tell you. Valentino V, Iquitos, that was. On number 2, un Italiano again. Of course, the Italians are the seductors, the Casanovas of nighttime. What else? Valentino V pour homme. This is a release from 2006 and it's already not available anymore. I don't know why, I have no clue why they have stopped this, because this is such a it's quite sweet and it's quite warm and it's a very again very seductive, very seducing fragrance that is very rare but very sophisticated, very manly, and it has its freshness, but it's almost as difficult to describe as Cavalli Black, because it's such an mysterious aura of pleasant, sometimes even a little bit boozy, but very just very pleasant aura. You can't go wrong with this scent unless you overspray it. But it's its purple juice is probably very much reminiscent of how it smells like. Definitely worth to try for a night out, because again it's very rare, so you're going to stand out of the crowd. You're going to make some impact, long lasting, very good projection and sillage. Don't know why it's out of the market, but this is a dangerous little. It has even some gourmand vibes, even some chocolatey. Berry, there's some chocolatey berry like thing going on. It is the bottle, see there, it's a winner, definitely. And now, which is my number one actually, a fragrance that is the night itself. To me, it's the absolute nighttime fragrance, and I would choose it on top of any fragrance for the night out. You gotta stand up for this, right? Cavalli number 3. This one is, my goodness, the rose in this and the vodka. I mean, vodka. Can you imagine, and it's dark, it's so dark. It is, and it has, it's a release of 1993 by the House of Ungaro number 3. And it's very dark. It is this dark rose, this dying rose, right? It's not your vivid Hirami rose, it's dying rose, like poured with some, or sitting in a glass of vodka, and it's just so deeply mysterious, in my opinion, and manly, that what do I get when I smell this? I get, I was talking about a vampire earlier. Well, this is Graf Dracula himself, or Count Dracula himself. You knock on the door of his castle in the middle of the night. It's midnight. You knock. You're tired. You just wanna. You're happy that you saw a light in the window, and you thought that I was walking through the forest for so long and finally I've seen some light. Probably somebody's at home. So you knock. Finally, somebody opens the door slowly. This. And there he stands in front of you, dressed in black, with high collars, and a little bit of purple and deep red on his, back of his sort of cape. And he's greeting you. Good evening, Mister. I'm Count Dracula. Welcome to my castle. That's the one. That's the feeling I get. You walk in and you share a nice dinner in a cozy yet mysteriously dangerous environment that is in that castle of Count Dracula. That's the one. That's the feeling that I get of this totally brilliant nighttime mystery. It's on my number one spot, and here are the others as well. For your attention, my top 5 most hidden or most underrated or under the radar nighttime fragrances that I've picked tonight for you, and I hope the review was useful and you enjoyed it as well. And next time you go out in the evening, why don't you pick one of these if you can find them? Go for it, because it's worth it, and you're gonna be, probably the mystery man, or the center of positive attention. And you're gonna in the evening or in the night open that door and welcome that special somebody into your castle. Good luck for that, and talk to you soon. Take care.